you very much. Anybody else got anything?
Yes.
Hang on. Okay, go ahead, Commissioner Carrison.
So, not to bring up, bad stuff here, but it's been over a month since this supposable investigation or whatever you call it on the city manager has taken place. And I'm sorry, but we have deadlines on every other contract we've ever dealt with. And I want consensus to make sure that this is completed by August 25th.
I don't know if that, city attorney, if you could weigh in, because I don't know where we are on it.
I think we should have that discussion by our first meeting back.
Yeah. I don't know where we are on it, what's going on, what.
Right, the investigation is underway. I think moving to have it completed within 8 days would result in an incomplete investigation.
Okay, September 1st.
The interviews are scheduled.
Can you discuss the scope of what this is? I mean, how is this going? Because this should not be this long.
Yeah, because we were told the middle of August before, and then we got an upgrade on middle of September.
I haven't gotten that upgrade.
When I asked in one of my one-on-ones how it was coming, I was told middle of September. So now you're talking a different month. Why? That's what I'm saying. That's the information I got.
Hold on, Commissioner Carrison. Can city attorney please answer, guys? Let's get an answer from the city attorney and then have any discussion that might need to be done. City attorney, please.
So it sounds like I've failed to update you properly, and I apologize for that. The investigator never gave a deadline or an estimated deadline of August 15th. That was an estimate we discussed before seeing the scope of the investigation and getting a date from the investigator. She originally did say that it would be toward the beginning of September. And as with any investigation, you have to kind of see how it unfolds, what else the investigator needs to see or who else she needs to talk to. Interviews are scheduled, they are being conducted, and they are scheduled through the end of August. So by the end of August, she should have all of her information together. I'm not sure how long it will take her to write the report after that. I am still expecting from talking with her that it will be back in the month of September, but it will not be done by September 3rd, which is your first meeting in September.
Okay.
Well, I want a deadline, and enough is enough. I feel like this is just trying to be pushed out so that a new election takes place and there's different people here. I'm over it.
Well,
it's taken long time.
I can assure you there's none of that from my department. Absolutely not.
Not from your department,
and
no, I know.
I don't believe there's any of that on the investigator side. She's an independent investigator. We've been working, with her scheduling things, and they've been consistently scheduled throughout. I haven't seen any attempt to delay or reschedule, other than a couple of meetings that were supposed to take place today, but this commission meeting has pushed those off. Those are the first reschedules I've seen since this began.
Well, then I would ask for consensus to have results back within the first week of September by special meeting.
Are you making a motion, Commissioner Carrison? Because I think this is something we need to put.
Does it need to be a motion?
Yeah, let's make it a motion.
Okay. Move to have the results on this investigation given to the commission by the first week of September in a special meeting to be determined later.
Got a motion on the floor to have the city clerk, could you please read it?
To have the results to commission within the first week of September by special meeting to be determined later.
As in the time of the special meeting to be determined later, because it's within that first week. It could be the 5th, the 6th, the 4th.
I have a motion on the floor as read by city clerk, and that was made by Commissioner Carrison. Do I hear a second?
I'm going to second it for discussion because I have a question on what she's trying to put out here.
Go ahead, Commissioner. Vice
Well,
Commissioner
I
Carrison is the
think
motion maker. Would you like to comment?
Well, the point is it sounds like she'll have all her stuff together at the end of August. So even if it's September 4th, that we get the report and we can review it in a special meeting, so be it. But this needs to end.
Is that all, ma'am?
Yeah, unless someone has a question.
Commissioner Emmerich, you're
No,
the
the
seconder.
question I had, you're talking about getting the report. Are we going to be presented with that report in a meeting and then discuss it at that meeting? Is that what you're asking for? Because I would like to have the report and preview it myself and then have a meeting about it, you know?
Good point. Good point. Okay. You're right. So I'll amend my,
Well, if you're going to amend it, I'll pull my second then.
yeah, we'll pull it. All right. Move to have a report given to the commission on the findings of the investigation into our city manager no later than September 4th. And we'll leave it at that, because then we can always have a meeting after that.
Correct. Yeah, I'll second that.
So I got a motion on the floor to have the report to commission on the investigation of city manager Lear no later than September 4th. That was made by Commissioner Carrison, seconded by Commissioner Emmerich. Anything to that motion, Commissioner Carrison?
No, I think that's clear. If all of her stuff is done at the end of August, then September 4th gives her a week to put everything together, or him. I don't know if it's her or he. And, we can go from there. But it needs to get done.
Commissioner Emmerich?
I agree. It needs to be done, and I think we need to get the results and move forward. So,
Commissioner Hanks or Vice Mayor, anything to that?
I won't be supporting this. I think an investigation needs to take the time that an investigation needs to. I don't think anybody's dragging it out on purpose, and I think it would end up around that same time frame anyhow for a meeting in the second week of September. So I don't like putting undue pressure on anybody in a situation such as this. I like it to be thorough. So I won't be supporting it.
Yeah, as far as any dragging of feet, I was always under the impression, based on my conversations with city attorney, that it would be sometime towards the beginning of September, middle of September, before the report was complete. So we are still well within that time frame. If we were talking October, I would be in complete agreement. I would much rather make sure the investigation is complete. Everything, all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and nothing is left to the imagination or left to question. I just would much rather have a complete and thorough investigation. So anybody else got a comment?
Yeah, I just want to be very clear that, the ordinance says expeditious, and over a month is anything but expeditious in my eyes. And it sounds to me like everything should be accomplished at the end of August, and that having a report by September 4th is not undue pressure. And I think enough is enough. We need to, sometimes you just got to kind of give a little push, because if not, people are just kind of taking their time.
You want to weigh in, Commissioner Hanks?
Deadlines are put on everything. I don't have a problem with this.
All right, so let's call the vote. We'll voice vote. Commissioner Carrison?
Yes.
Commissioner Emmerich?
yes.
Commissioner Hanks?
Yes.
Vice Mayor?
No.
And I too am dissenting for the reasons that I've already stated. Vice Mayor, did you want to give reasons for dissension?
I already did.
Stated. All right.